If you're expecting this YouTuber to backtrack about Maguire and Ollie, you're subscribed to the wrong channel. Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button and the share button. And please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Newcastle United 4, Manchester United 4. What a brilliant result, and ultimately a really good performance. Now, when we heard the team news, I think we all lost our shit. I mean, you did have Flex from the United stand, who was very, very measured, I must say. He did make some good points. I think at the time none of us were really willing to listen. He was right, you know, the A team hasn't been playing well. He had to do something. But the truth of the matter is, that's not why he played that team. He didn't drop Pogba. Basically, Pogba's got some kind of recurring injury where he can play, but he's not as effective as he usually is. So that basically the players who didn't play from the first team weren't being punished for the Spurs game. They were being rested for the PSG game. That's one thing. So he didn't do anything too brave. He did talk about he needed a team for Newcastle that he could trust, who could run up and down. I mean, that was a bit ruthless what Ollie said about that, and I respect him for that. Now, look, everyone's been bitching about this transfer window, but we bought one of the best players in Europe right now, and that's Ronnie van der Beek. He comes on for a little while. He changes everything. He opens up the game. He creates opportunity. The guy is class every time he touches the ball. And from the moment he came on, we were a different team. Some brilliant goals being scored. We played open attacking football. But make no mistake about it, this doesn't change anything. This doesn't change my mind about Ollie and Maguire. Maguire should have been dropped. It's like, oh, he scored a goal and he nearly scored a worldie. Everything's all right there. Everything's all right now. Take that, haters. No, I'm not a hater. And I mean, his sisters or sister or his family on Twitter saying this will show the haters. No, first of all, I'm not a hater. I don't hate Harry at the end of the day. I have a negative opinion about him ever since I heard what happened in Greece. I don't believe he's innocent. Maybe he is and I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, and I apologise. And then there's his performances. They've been shitty for Manchester United. Yesterday, he was solid in defence. He scored a goal, much better. But he's not a leader. He didn't lead us to that victory, right? It was a good performance, a good, solid performance. But he didn't have anyone to deal with. It's not like he had a masterclass or anything because he was against Messi and Ronaldo. Listen, I predicted we'd win this game. A bit shocked at the beginning when we leaked that own goal. But look, we're very good away from home because we play on the counter-attack. The problem is at Old Trafford. This is what's going to be the significant situation that gets Ollie the sack. This is the situation. We've got PSG. I think we've got Chelsea. I think, is it Arsenal? Look, we've got some very hard games coming up. That, you know, we had to win the Newcastle game because it was the only straightforward game we had. We were always going to win that game because this is why he played the weakened team. This is why he could afford to play the weakened team, because Newcastle are shit. It's as simple as that. They've given a couple of odd good performances in this new season, but ultimately we were always going to beat them. We have got top quality attackers in our squad and in our team and in the people he played. Daniel James was good. I like Daniel James. I did not want Daniel James to be sold. No, he's not a world beater, and maybe one day he will be developed into a world beater. But he's great off the bench, and he's great in a situation like this when you need him. So, you know, Ollie bought him a year ago. So when I was hearing nonsense about selling him already, because I believe that Daniel James has been effective from the bench, and he's done nothing to warrant his, exclusion from the club. So glad he had got his opportunity. He did okay. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 50 appearances for Manchester United and an absolute fantastic goal. Was it Bruno who said something hilarious? He goes, We didn't even know he had a right foot or something so funny. Bruno congratulating the goalkeeper for saving his penalty, saying, "First person who saved my penalty, well done." He's sounding like Mourinho every day. I like it. Well, you know what these Portuguese are like, right? That's not racist. I'm just saying they can be a little bit on the arrogant side. I'm a Greek Cypriot, by the way. So, anyway, the point being, it was a great performance. We opened them up constantly. We should have and could have scored more goals. It was a good performance against a very, very poor side. But I'm not convinced that Ollie should be our manager. I still want him removed. And I wanted us to win. Of course I did. I'm a Manchester United supporter. Of course, the problem is it's a bittersweet situation because the more we win, the longer he stays. Now, if we can go on a run and do something this season and maybe win a trophy, then I'll say Ollie in. He can stay. But at this moment in time, I'm not convinced by him. It's the same with Maguire. He can turn me around. He can change my mind. But at the end of the day, he should have been dropped yesterday, and he wasn't. It was a big gamble with the way he was playing. I have absolute trust in Bailey and Lindelof. People laugh at me when I say this. I think they're top quality defenders. But anyway, right, I think he started with Lindelof and Maguire, right? They did okay, but there wasn't much pressure in defence. So it was a straightforward game. We played better. It was away from home. I expected us to play well away from home, but it doesn't change anything. The only thing that's changed is the scoreline and the result from the Spurs game. I'm not all of a sudden backtracking that I want Ollie out and I want Maguire dropped. Maguire isn't a leader. The BBC is saying he led us to victory just because he scored a goal and nearly scored a worldie. No, you have to do more than that. He's not a natural captain. He will remain to be our captain while Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the manager. So going forward for Tuesday, we are now in a better position because we're playing with confidence. No question about it. It was an improved performance. They definitely looked fitter. They looked more at it. And there is something to say about the lack of rest in the summer and the lack of friendlies as well to get to the level playing field. We've seen with City. But I still don't think that means they should have been, beaten by Palace at Old Trafford and thumped by Spurs and outclassed by Brighton on their own ground. And us just about beating them. But again, because it was from away from home, we got away with it. But against bigger teams and better sides, we ain't turning over Liverpool at Anfield just because we're good on the break. It's a different kettle of fish, and who knows, we may play well against Liverpool. It may work when we've got more confidence. Listen, we've seen Ollie's Man United teams play well on the break. He can do it. There is a team there. It can be consistent, and it has to be consistent. It has not been good enough in the opening 3 games. But as he said, it's the beginning of the season. But we need to go on a run. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We have to win these games. We have to. There's no question about it. There can be no excuses anymore. By the time we play PSG, it's our 5th game of the season. Fitness-wise, we should be along the road. But no, for me, nothing has changed. Sorry, Maguire sisters or sister or whatever. It doesn't change anything. He shouldn't have played yesterday, but he did play. But I did see a lot of good performances. Juan Mata, absolutely fantastic. This is a gentleman, polite, respectful to the fans, respectful to his fellow pros. He is a brilliant player, and there's still a place for him in that team when we need him. He played extremely well. And so I'm happy for him because he deserves it. You don't hear him boring on about mental health and all of that. At the end of the day, right, there's too many excuses coming from the Maguire camp. And this is what I don't like. It's clear that Harry and his family and his team do not like criticism. But at the end of the day, people buy the merchandise, people pay for season tickets and pay-per-view games. They have that right. Where do you think that money's going ultimately? Because some of it's going to drizzle down to the clubs, right? Anyway, it was a good performance. We did well. A lot of improved performances. The team he picked was good at the end of the day. But again, you have to look at it. Ronnie van der Beek should have been playing from the beginning. Maybe it would have been even better if he was. But maybe he's planning on playing him from the beginning against PSG. Look, Ronnie van der Beek is a Champions League player. He's quality. We've seen it when he comes on. The evidence is there. He's doing his part. He's coming on, playing well, and delivering some world-class performances. Now, Ollie said after the game, they're just trying to find the balance to fit him in. I don't understand. You can't fit him in. You brought him in. Someone has to be dropped. Whether it's Pogba or someone else, it does not matter. At the end of the day, if Pogba plays his best, then obviously someone has to go. But Ronnie van der Beek should be an automatic first teamer. No question about that. So I would say the most of the players and I would say 5 out of 10 performances, some of them 7 out of 10. And I think they could be happy with themselves. It was the reaction that we wanted. But going back to the team selection, yeah, I expected that to a point, because obviously we've got a big game on Tuesday and we don't want any injuries for that game. But and another positive actually about this game, don't forget, we've still got the striker we bought from PSG to come in, right? We've still got, did we play the left back we bought as well? I can't remember now. But if he didn't play, no, he didn't play, did he? Because Luke Shaw played. So we still got him to come in as well. And so it is, look, there are a lot of positives here. If Ollie can find a way to play and, accommodate these players, I think we can have a really, really good season. But, last season we started really, really badly. It was a totally horrible first half of the season. We can't do that again. We've started horribly again. We've turned it around in magnificent fashion. And I'm really, really happy about that. And we have to be consistent. Even if we can't beat PSG, we can organise to at least get a draw. But we cannot lose to PSG on Tuesday. And then we go on a run, and things can get good. What do you think of last night's performance? I'm happy. Are you happy? I still feel that Ollie has a long way to go to prove he's the right man for Manchester United. But we will see as the days and months progress. But has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got months? He hasn't. He's got to keep on winning. That's the pressure of being at Manchester United, and he knows it. Comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with more videos. See you again soon.